Hello, this is Vulturefire, and today's video is going to be a Drofis run. So, I mentioned in the Breach Wanderers Discord that I wanted to do another Drofis run because I haven't really recorded much Drofis on this patch. I asked if anybody had any suggestions, and one day the dev suggested that I do a run focused around this level 10 passive and getting as much value out of it as possible. So the level 10 passive, for those of you who are not aware, is increase all damage dealt by 50% of your missing health ratio, which I understand can be kind of confusing. So here's an explanation that is as simple as I can make it. So you figure out, so when you're missing health, if you're missing 100% of your health, which you can't be because you would be dead, but if you were, then you would be missing 100% of your health, and so you would get plus 50% damage dealt. If you're missing half of your health, you're at 50% of damage of health missing, half of that's 25, so you get 25% extra damage dealt. So basically the idea here is get to a low health total, stay near a low health total without dying obviously, and then leverage that into being able to get out big hits. So to that end, we are going to end up building a Drofis deck that is probably going to be a little bit different from how normally I would build Drofis. Not significantly different though. If you've watched me play Drofis before, you know I tend to try to play it around equilibrium. I try to have as much heal as I am taking damage. And so with that in mind, there's no reason I can't be playing at a low health total using the same general strategy. So I think we want a Hobble still. I think we want 2 Rituals of Blood, because that card is just very good. I think we probably want, there's a decent chance that we want a Tough Source. We definitely want a Restorative Shield. We definitely want, I think, a Sanguine Melody. Sanguine Melody has been a little bit awkward this patch. There's more fights where the enemies will just will just have enough shield that you can't get it off. I may take a second Restorative Shield, with the idea being that I'm not always playing it, but I'm able to draw it when I need it. Aside from that, let's see. I usually like to have like one more mana card. Resolute Focus seems reasonable, because this deck tends to want a lot of mana. I think we want a Runic Study, because that is very good on, Runic Study we passed. He's very good on this character. And then I think we want one more Drofis self-damage card, probably. Because I think that, yeah, it's all Drofis cards as far as losing health goes. So we're just going to run one Blood Strike to finish it off. Because we want to be able to get Blood Burst consistently for our Ritual of Blood. So for the rest of the card pool, Blood Visions is pretty good on Drofis. Twinning Ritual is not as good as it was. During beta, Twinning Ritual could copy temporary cards. You could use it to just chain out more Blood Bursts, but you can't do that anymore, so makes it worse for that. Spry Vigor is still fine. Increasing mana is still fine. I think I want, again, since into Madness, I just keep playing decks where I don't drop enough cards to justify it. I really like Echoing Bolt, so we'll take that. I still don't think I've streamed an Echoing Bolt win. Demonic Power is great for Drofis. Peace of Mind is reasonable. Actually, though, I definitely want Sanctity. I definitely want Blood Tide, because it's very good. And then I think I just want a Vampiric Strike. So my plan here is that I'm going to deliberately eat a bunch of damage early, and then leverage that into being able to stay at that low life total for the rest of the run. Which is why I am fine taking plenty of healing, because the recovery cap is what's going to keep me from getting too much health, in theory at least. Let's see. I don't think I like Tainted Blood quite enough. So I added a bunch of cards there. Most of them are mana. Burst of Strength is just lose health, gain powerful. Getting Shrivels is great for Drofis, so that's why we're running that. Hunt is actually kind of tempting, but I think we're probably just going to take War Cry. Absolutely take Surprise Attack. I do like Stone Skin. I do like Brainstorm. I'm not sure about if I need Cleansing Shield. These two just go in every deck I build. So does Sanctuary. I don't know that Trial by Fire is good, Sanctuary is good. Do I need more card draw? And if so, which card draw do I want? Becomes the next question. So I do want to real quick check what Drofis cards I want to life tap. Of the others, I don't think I really want any of them. Oh, I kind of want to fit Pact of Blood in, because that card is very good. Just a matter of what I would cut for it. Maybe Blood Visions, because we don't have a ton of spells actually in the deck. So we don't really have great AoE. Let's see, what other draw could we get? I wouldn't mind having more Runic Studies, I think. And then I kind of like Contemplate. We have two more card slots, which are going to go towards. I kind of might want to do an AoE something. I do kind of like Arcane Nova. Kind of want a way to get shield. That's a little bit tempting. But I don't know for certain. Because the big thing is, the big reason to have some way to get shield, I suppose that's actually reasonable, is that then if I end up at a low number, I can recover back. Or if I end up with a lot of incoming damage, it will help manage that. Let's see, what is... Okay. We may actually want to Absorb Element. I don't like Absorb Element, but it would work. It would help us if we end up having to fight Emerald Dragon in Area 2. But I don't know that I like it enough to justify that. Let's see, what are the purity options these days? We don't have Peace of Mind in the deck. We could. I don't hate Smite, but that's fine. All right, so this is going to be a pretty straightforward Drofis list for the most part, because doing new things is hard. This is not too far off from my boring Drofis list. So my market, I have various maxes. One of the big things, I do have extra max recoverable health, which is actually maybe bad for our goal. We do have Aura of Protection, which actually is probably going to be helpful for getting us a little bit of extra survivability. Plan here is that we will deliberately eat a bunch of damage in one of the early fights and leverage that into... Ring of Lethality. Our goal is to use that now. So 30% of our health is 60, so our goal is to get down below 60 health. So to do that, I think this fight will probably get us there if we want it to. The goal is to do it, obviously, safely, because we want to lose a bunch of health. It means we're not playing the Restorative Shields for a bit. So we're going to deliberately play in a way that is going to lead to us taking some damage. Okay, I'm going to get this Runic Study out. Play both of those. Oh, I should have let the, whatever. I was thinking I should have let the front dork over there set up Reflect. I think we do want access to Tough. Let's see what the event is. Okay. That can be handy. I think I just like having the starting Mighty, though. We do now have starting Tough. So one of the notes here that is important to know is that the bonus from Drofis's level 10 is additive with other bonuses. So right now we are at 180, so we're missing 10% of our health, exactly 10% of our health, and then half of that is 5. So we're currently plus 5% from that, and plus 30% from Mighty for a total of plus 35%, which means that I believe that gets rounded up, and we will do 14 damage with our Blood Bursts. Although, of course, we are going to upgrade them. And we might as well apply weak, because we're going to gain shield. So this fight would be a good one to leave alive to eat some damage, actually. But the problem is that we're going to get a whole bunch of damage out of the level whatever. Let's go and eat some damage here. The problem with being tough here is actually that it makes it harder for us to gain, to take shock, which is, of course, the thing that would do the most to kill us. Let's eat some damage. And the question becomes, how much do we want to eat here? I think we're just going to off you, because we don't want you healing, and then you will, yeah, just whittle us down. I can play one of these without. Alright. Still slowly getting weaker. Okay, so we are no longer tough, so now that goes up to 7x5, which is going to be nice. It's going to be reasonably quick. Okay, how much is this going to be? It's going to be 40. We're actually only going to take 32 of it. That's actually kind of perfect. Thank you. Alright, so we now have, as you can see, Ring of Lethality is active, and away we go. So we are going to have to fight against gaining health back with that one thing, with the Forge upgrade, because we are gaining 4 health at the end of every fight. But, oh, I should have put Essence Harvest in to get our max health up so that we had more room to play with when we wanted to. Okay. So, because we're at the bottom of our recoverable, every time we play, every time we lose health, we lose recoverable as well. Okay, we do want a Sanctuary going into this fight, I think, because this fight very much can otherwise kill us. We don't want to be... It can kill us through fairly low health, which would be unfortunate. Yeah, I could heal a little bit here, but I don't really want to. We're now poisoned. Alright. And it becomes a question whether we want to play Sanctuary. I think we don't. Alright. You can see we are getting quite a lot of damage out. I do like Demonic Power. I think we're going to take the Vampiric Strike as just another way to ensure that we don't accidentally die. Because we really don't want to actually die. We just want to be at low health. Upgrade the Runic Study. And I don't really want to cut anything because cutting things takes thinking and I'm lazy. Let's go here. Alright. This is a little bit awkward in terms of how this... Okay, that helps. The reason I say it's a little bit awkward is because I want to be able to play this, which requires me to have no mana, or requires me to have the mana line up properly. Alright, let's do this. I'm almost to a point where I'm okay with healing. Yeah, I think I'm fine with healing a little bit. Because ideally, I would like my recoverable to be at 60, so that I can full heal without losing my bonus from that one thing. But until then, absolutely adaptative spell is great. You can already see, like, we are getting an immense amount of damage out here between the two bonuses we have. So at this point, we're at 47. So let's call that 50, which is 75% of our health is missing, which means that we are about 30. So we are at about plus 60, 70% damage right now, which is a pretty big amount. Yeah, we can be right. Alright. Bonk, bonk, bonk. The question becomes, do I want to heal a little bit? The answer is yes, I want to heal a little bit, but still not too much. Alright, Mana Ritual is going to do probably great work. Sure. And away we go. So this is the first of the fights that I'm a little bit worried about, just because it is actually possible for us to get overwhelmed here. All right, let's see what we get out of this. That's actually very nice. I'd love to see it. So I'm trying to figure out how best to sequence this, because I want to get out this mana ritual, but I also want to get out this runic study. I think I want to just get mana out of this. Let's see. Yeah, that's not a feeling I can deal with. Donk you. Alright. Yeah, you are not quite... Oh no, this will actually kill that back one because we have such a big bonus from other stuff. Alright. And now, this fight is now in the bag. We have dealt with the biggest threat, which is the risk of just things snowballing out of control. Alright. And we managed to avoid healing too much. Because if we'd gotten too poisoned on turn one, that was how things could potentially go wrong. That I was worried about. And bonk. Okay. We'll take Blood Tide and then upgrade it, I think. Because that will just be a very good card. Especially with the deck we're playing. We do now really kind of want to find more card draw. I think that's our big thing we want right now. We are fighting Emerald, which was kind of my worry. Emerald is the one I'm kind of think that we might struggle against. Fortunately, we can pick up Ice Shards, which could help. I think we also do want Mystic Ritual if we can get it. Unfortunately, we don't have a chance at Gleaming Aegis, which would be my ideal card to have here. I also need to get my cat off of from in front of my computer so that I can see the screen. Okay, let's gain Adept. Doesn't actually matter when I fit this in. But yeah, the fact that that card is, let's gain a little bit of health. Yeah, Mystic Ritual is great. It's just a lot of card draw. This is not bad, but our Duplication Tome is just impossible to pass up. It's just so good. Love me some events. Alright, do we care about either of these cards? I think the answer is no. So this fight could be annoying because of all of the evasion, but on the other hand, we do have access to various things that would help. Okay, we can actually, I think we duplicatome those two, because now we can go do this. That will deal with all of the other, and then there we go. Done that first. Oh no, because I wanted to get out as much mana as possible. I had a reason. Alright, you're dead. You're almost dead. And we did heal a little bit, which is fine. You want to bleed out a little bit. And yeah, finish the fight. Yeah, that Assault Wisp was very useful for us for just quickly shredding away. Oh man, and we have doubling Spyglass. Okay, we have Spyglass and Duplicatome, so run is over. I don't know how we're going to win, but that's kind of irrelevant. Oh, we're going to pick up Dragon Form. This is going to be a Dragon Form run. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys next time. I'm only kind of joking. Like, I'm going to play out the rest of the run, but I don't think anything else matters after this. Okay. Plenty of mana to work with. Yeah, it's basically just as long as we are now just waiting to see if I accidentally manage to suicide kill myself. I think Emerald Dragon is the last big threat in the run. I think Ice Shards helps a little bit potentially with managing that. Still too lazy to cut cards. We may not need the stone skin now, so we can't really use that. Pounce is fine, I guess. Chimera form is fine. Yeah, both of those are fine. You'll probably just stick into the Drofis card. I think we're in a bag of tools. Alright, let me... I think I'm actually just going to do this. And then duplicate on that and that. And now, bonk and bonk. We can get purity so we don't get shocked. And we can just ensure that the shock doesn't happen. There we go. Alright. I actually am very happy with freezing on this particular turn because I don't like getting debuffed. Okay. So I think we want to draw cards off of this. I think Adaptive Spell needs to be our next upgrade. Yeah, the sequencing doesn't work out amazingly for us. It's fine. We get to get off several of these here. It's not perfect, but, you know, it's not too far off from being perfect. Alright. And that's lethal. And we're still hanging out at just below 60. Oh man, Echoing Bolt. Do I actually do that? I mean, it's too funny not to. No. Discard. Upgrade the Echoing Bolt. And then cut. We cut one of the restorative shields and just assume it'll be fine. It's been fine so far. Why would it suddenly become not fine? Alright. What did I just play? That. Okay, so I think we're playing this after we play Ritual Blood. We do need to get enough space in our deck or in our hand to get out Mystic Ritual. We do want to get this out, but focus. Let's play that, which is a spell for Mana Ritual. Play. Ugh, I don't want to gain this much health. Let's see, doubling Spyglass is... I'm actually just duplicate the Blood Bursts, which trips Resolute Focus, which is what I wanted. And then bonk and bonk, which gives us room for the Bag of Tools, which lets us trip the Cryptic Ritual. We will copy just the upgraded Blood Burst, I think. And there we go. I don't think I want to gain this much health. We're not taking any damage this turn anyway, so. There we go. Yeah, the big challenge here is in not overhealing, which is, I think, a good place for us to be. Warcry lets us replace Hobble. Ooh. I mean, we've got to try, right? Should have spyglassed that. It's fine. All right. Yeah, I think we're going to duplicate 2 of those. That's nice. So let's play the Mystic Ritual. I just need to get one more card out of hand so I have space. So that gives us actually a 100% crit chance because this one started the fight. Whatever. So this is the point where things could potentially get bad. But I think that should be enough to ensure that we're fine. We do kind of need to heal this one though. What else is, oh, it's just gonna shuffle. Well, in that case, so this will be positive on mana. Let's go and get that out. Then we'll Echoing Bolt. Okay. It's kind of hoping to end up on cards. But that will get us there. Alright. Let's... There we go. I should have done the other damage first so that I didn't have to worry about, because now I'm at 61, so Ring of Lethality, as you can see, is no longer circled in green. It has been turned off. This will turn on Predator's Focus, which is fun. We aren't quite getting this kill here, but... Or we aren't quite getting this freeze here, but we are setting up a freeze for this turn. We are now very poisoned. Okay. I want to get this out. It is going to explode us though, which, slight downside. I think we do undo this because we are taking a lot of poison damage this turn. Yep. Okay. So last turn was a little bit awkward, but this turn's much better. There we go. Dragonfly down. Gain Mighty 2 and Purity 2 if you had no shield. Do we want it? I don't actually know if we do. Oh no, because there's a way to get Purity, which we do want going into this last fight. At this point, we have a couple ways to get Mighty, so we may want this more than we want the Might Rune. Yeah, let's assume that that is the case. Okay, so yeah, this fight, potentially a problem. This is going to be tricky to use because of that one thing. Let's see what we get out of this. Okay, I was hoping to get the Purity thing. We're going to still get powerful this turn. And then we will actually block all of this incoming damage still. Okay, so this will shock us if we do it, which I think kills us if we don't have healing. So I think now we can afford to get shocked, but only barely. Worth it? Yeah, okay. 17x3 is 34 is 51. So we're fine for certain, admittedly, possibly sketchy definitions of fine. I think that's fine. All right, so yeah, we're going to take... We didn't even drop recoverable there. Okay, I really would like to have more mana. I'm a little bit sad about that, but I think we get more tough, so we're guaranteed tough next turn. We are unfortunately going to be drawing this Shock Spasm next turn. I'm very glad about that Shock Spasm nerf right now, that they create fewer than they did, because this would be not great if they were still creating the full amount. Okay, I don't think we want to get shocked if we can avoid it. Although I don't I actually want that shield because I want to be able to get purity. Okay, this is not quite going to shock us. And it's going to draw on a rage aesthetic. That was a very convenient draw. Heal a lot of health. Reapply that weak. I don't think we can afford to get shocked because we are closer than it looks. In terms of how much damage we're going to take. But I do want to end with no mana so that we don't have any shield next turn. Because we don't want to get aura protection off. We want to purposely lose all of our shield. We knew we were going to get shocked there. Unfortunately. That's not really what I was hoping to draw. Let me think. I think we duplicate that and that. I think we have to start with this. And then, oh, we're just going to get shocked regardless. But it's going to be fine because we are, at this point, guaranteed to freeze this turn. Which means we now have purity for later. But we are not quite going to win this turn. Alright, so we do have to win this turn or we lose, I believe. I think we probably can win. Let me think. So we want to draw more cards. We can also duplicate this, which might actually be enough. Start by doing that, and then doing that. And then, okay, so we are at the point where we just kind of have to duplicate this and hope that's enough. Let me think. This is going to be 30 shield. We're taking 27x3 damage. We have no way to further reduce that. This doesn't heal us by enough. But that does come with 8 extra. So we are missing 22 health. So 27x3 is 77, 79, 81. So we need 81 defense, 81 total health. We currently have 45. So double sanctuary does barely get us there. So I think that's what we have to do. Okay. Oh, I can't get mad. Just kidding. We die. Rip. Yeah, that deck, if we weren't fighting Emerald Dragon, I think we were in good shape. But just not having the padding against Emerald Dragon killed us. So, anyway. The other thing is, I think we needed to eat the damage on the previous turn. My mistake was in avoiding taking damage on the turn before the triple hit. We then ensured we were going to be shot. It just basically, Emerald Dragon is a tricky fight to play around, and I just played around it poorly. But yeah, that is today's run. I will see you guys next time for probably a more successful run. Toodles.